Hello. Welcome to Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 360. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
I'm Sam, and this is a talk episode where the tutors talk.
Fucking ordered some Nerf bars for Sam's, some running boards for Sam's Forerunner, and didn't come with any hardware or any instructions, so I was just like, fuck, I'll just email the company, whatever. Finally got a hold of the company today, and they're like, yeah, dude, you just need 10 grade 8 bolts, and we'll email you the instructions. So I'm like, sweet. They send it over. I'm like, well, that's about as fucking easy as it gets.
Which they said in their email, too, is like, oh, you have the easiest.
They're like, this is the easiest vehicle. I'm like, okay, perfect. So I get down to look. There's already the fucking 10 bolts already down there. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Pulled out the bolts, slapped the Nerf bars on, done in minutes.
Was it really that fast?
Oh, yeah. The only reason it took long was because I only would do so much at a time so I could puff on the cigar. Mm-hmm. And then, so I would just like unscrew them, get up so I could puff cigar, lay the Nerf bar down, get under, get everything hand tight, cigar, tighten everything up the rest of the way, move to the other side, same process. If I wasn't puffing a cigar, I'd have just been down there the whole thing, easy halftime cut. Yeah. But I was like, whatever. And then, and after as I was finishing up one side, it was like tight working space. So I bring my elbow like down and I smoke my funny bone, and whole hand goes numb. I can't function. So I just sat there with my hand not working for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and just smoked a cigar. And
were you just like, I hope to fucking God I didn't just break my elbow?
I've done it multiple times. Okay. I was just like, I know what's happening. I just have to sit here till I regain function. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah. So Sam's now got running boards, and I got to enjoy a Buffalo Trace cigar. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Yeah. I was pretty impressed. I should have saved what kind I got, now that I'm thinking about it.
You didn't save the label? We have a pack.
They're in the garage.
Okay.
Sitting on the...
I was going to say, I have a little packet of the labels.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed. It was a good cigar. Definitely smoke them again. It's similar taste to the PDM. I think it might be a little bit better than the PDM, though.
Ooh. Fun.
Yeah, I should kind of compare them. Side by side. Yeah, so it was good.
That's good.
It was a good afternoon.
Yeah.
Took Mimi on a couple 10-minuters today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a little baby shower dinner with my bowling gals, so that was lovely. Got some more stuff. Sorry, which is always a fun time. Shaun was super excited because I got back and he's like, got any leftovers? And I was like, yes, I planned to have dinner for you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The only downside is like I've been real clean.
Yeah.
My diet's been real clean.
Yeah, so how was that pasta?
I immediately I was like, yeah, my body's not happy. Immediately.
Why didn't you take apple cider vinegar beforehand?
Because I
don't think about that.
Was already so I didn't even think of it. That's what, yeah. Yeah. It just sucks because I eat. I've got like this. I spent so much of my life feeling like shit from eating. Mm-hmm. Like ever since I can remember when I was in the 3rd grade, my favorite food in the 3rd grade was chicken patties. And I would always get such bad chest pain when I would eat chicken patties in the 3rd grade.
In the 3rd grade?
In the 3rd grade, yeah.
Damn.
And I'm like, man, dude, there ain't nothing like just going through the pain for pure enjoyment on the chicken patties. And dude, I thought everybody was like that. I was like, everybody feels like shit eating a chicken patty, you know what I'm saying? And so in the 3rd grade, I'm like, God, this is like, I hate how I feel, but I just love eating these chicken patties. I was also being a fat little fuck. Anyways, so I spent so much of my life just feeling like shit from eating. Always being like tired, brain fog, shit like that. Hard to like get rolling and doing all that. And then like over the last 5 years as I've learned about like health and stuff and learned about like what feels good in the body. Dude, eating the right food will keep my brain clear. My gut feels good. I don't have acid reflux. My chest doesn't hurt. Like I just feel good.
Yeah.
And today, so I had a little, what is that, cheesy tortellini with chicken, and then a little sliver of cheesecake and a breadstick.
That little piece of cheesecake gave me heartburn.
Oh, dude, that little bite.
That little bite.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Shit's off the rails. It's fucking bonkers. You're pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam gets to feel how I feel.
Yeah, I won't make Shaun sound cruel, but he kind of is. He was excited that I was having heartburn issues because he's like, now you get to know how I feel all the time.
Yeah, I was like, how does it feel, bitch?
So yeah, if I have, especially sugar.
Sugar fucks you.
Yeah, sugar instantly, like I'll get heartburn. Even from the chocolate covered coffee beans. Sometimes I'll get heartburn from those too.
Same, dude. I have gotten to the point where I'm like, I can't get these again. Like this is my last go with chocolate covered coffee beans.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm evolving because even yesterday I had a half a bubbler.
Yeah.
I made it through a half a bubbler and I had such bad fucking acid reflux. I was like, dude, my body really doesn't want me drinking this. So I poured out the other half and I was like, I can't drink these anymore. Like, so I can't drink energy. Like almost any energy drink now fucks me. Yep. Like anyone fucks me. The only thing I can really have now, coffee, tea, and
do aminos? The
aminos are fine.
Yeah.
Coffee, tea, and aminos are like pretty much what I've got.
I'm pretty 50-50 right now if aminos will give me heartburn.
Really? Dude, I know the more I go, though, like if I keep on this track for a little bit longer, I know aminos will fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like the more I clean out my system, the more any little processed things fucks me up.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's just kind of sad that like now that we like eat so clean, like we can't do anything. We went to Olive Garden, obviously. So I just had the chicken gnocchi soup, and obviously if you order an entree, then you get unlimited soup. So I just had 2 bowls of that, and then I was like too full to eat anything else. And that did me good. I didn't have any issues, which was wonderful. And I did have 1 tortellini, actually. I did take a 1 tortellini.
Pretty good.
There. Yeah. But yeah, I was afraid bringing you back pasta. I was just like, Shaun's going to have some issues with this, but
It was all right.
Dude, the other day when we were podcasting, guys, I just got done drinking hot chocolate.
That was a mistake. Was that a mistake?
No, it wasn't too bad, actually. Hot chocolate is also 50-50 if it affects me.
Surprisingly, real quick, the buffalo chicken dip didn't affect me at all.
Interesting.
Yeah, keep going.
Why would it?
Oh, just because maybe... Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Oh, interesting.
But so while we were podcasting, my stomach was like gurgling because I don't drink a whole lot of milk usually. So like sometimes, not all the time, sometimes when I do it, like just makes my stomach like just gurgle. Do you know how weird it is to feel your stomach gurgle way up here?
That's weird.
Dude, not good.
Not cool, bro.
No.
Not cool.
So
you got a little shelf up there, babe.
It's a shelf. I can rest things up here now.
You could, dude. Oh, you're like an obese feller.
I am.
Oh my god, dude. My dad used to nap, and Dash, when Dash was a little pup, would just sleep right on top of my dad's belly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I've been like struggling eating for some reason. Like dinner I don't have any issues with dinner. But my other meals, like, I struggle to get them down.
Yeah.
So today I broke them up and only ate half of them at a time, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
And then I had my last half of my lunch at 4:30, and I was able to still have 2 bowls of soup at 5:30.
Hashtag proud. I've been drinking, so some proteins give me heartburn, and even some of heartburn, and like I get a cloudy head and I don't feel good, and even some like First Form stuff does that to me.
Yeah.
But we most recently got their natural line.
Yeah, how'd that go this morning?
Dude.
No issues?
0.
No way.
0. It's like, so I've drank it like 6 times now, 5-6 times. Not an issue any of the times.
Damn. Just
good. So now I know that like that and their creatine, I'm good. We do have one more. We got a brand in. I don't know. Is it whatever the fuck it is? But it's beef. It's a beef shake. So it's not. No way. It's just all beef or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna try. I'll try that out. I see how that affects me, but yeah, really happy with First Form's natural line and their creatine. Their powdered creatine's the fucking best, dude.
Yeah, is it way better?
Oh, it's the fucking best. And I've known it's the best for a while, because I got friends who use it. So, anyways, yeah, super happy with First Form those 2 things. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, really happy. But now I've got a fucking half a damn cupboard protein that I can't fucking drink because it just fucks me up.
I was gonna message my sister about it.
Yeah. What do you got?
I don't know. We got a new washer and dryer.
Oh yeah, I got a new washer and dryer today.
If you guys don't know, front load washers are really good at collecting mold, and we kind of knew that because when we bought our first house, Robin. What was that?
Keep going.
Okay. When we bought our first house, the washer and dryer came with the house, and we noticed that there was like some discoloration on the front seal, but we're like, whatever, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then this past like year, since we've been really digging into like more holistic things, cleanliness things, stuff like that, we started seeing a lot of these videos talking about how front loader washers are actually really disgusting. And now they really can trap a lot of mold if you don't clean them regularly and all this shit. And so I like bought a hand steamer and started steaming it. I only got like halfway, like I do everything else. But it was like so disgusting. But cleaning it halfway, the smell went down so much just cleaning that little bit. Because it was getting like really smelly, like, and we always keep our door open to make sure it dries, like all that shit, and it still would just stink. And so finally I was just like, I don't want to wash any of our baby stuff with this moldy washer, and it was getting so loud. So like we can tell there's just a lot of buildup of gunk and stuff like underneath the seal.
You got any Kleenexes up here?
No, I don't.
Fuck.
Just run down and grab them.
Okay, keep going. Talk.
So we could tell there's a lot of like sediment and hair and probably a lot of mold, like just really getting in the drum. And we were just like, we'd rather just buy a new one so we don't have to deal with it and just be happier. So we finally got our new stackable installed today. And so it's nice because it's like the apartment one. So it's a top loader washer and then obviously the front loader dryer. So it's a little bit smaller in size. We can't wash as much stuff. But I'm just happy because I would rather have a washer that isn't full of mold to wash my baby's stuff with. Because then I don't have to worry about poisoning them. Because it's one thing if I poison myself. But Shaun and I are very curious to see, because Mimi, even during the wintertime, has pretty bad allergies. And so some of the videos that I've been watching have been talking about how those front loader washers, if they're full of mold, can really cause a lot of allergen issues. And so I'm really curious to see, like, once we start washing our sheets and blankets and everything, it'll probably take a couple times, but to see if her winter allergies start really going down, because we switched out the washers.
For sure.
But yeah, and we've been doing other things too. Like I've been using, I vacuumed our rug and I sprinkled like baking soda on it first.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I like sprinkled baking soda on it first, let it sit, and then vacuumed it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that kills anything, but I know it's like a really good deodorizer.
Yeah, good deodorizer.
So I did that on there. I did that on our bed too. We can also steam our bed at one point.
Yuck. It'll be ewy.
Yeah. So That'd
be good though.
Yeah, I've been just trying to just do some deep cleaning stuff. At some point we'll move our bed.
Is it good to shampoo the bed?
Yeah, you can, but it's just we're never like gone long enough.
Right.
So I mean, we could like Friday morning since we're gonna be gone this weekend.
I've heard of worse ideas. Or do it after you have child.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't I be in the bed?
Exactly.
Why would I want to be in the...
Oh, yeah, good point. Interesting. Good call. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a new washer dryer, stackable. Thank you, Kyle and Mike, for putting that in. Styrofoam may have been left in there for our first load. So we'll see how that plays out.
Did you go check it?
It was still running.
Oh, damn.
That thing's so fucking like plain Jane. It doesn't even tell you how much time's left.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, it's just some dials and buttons. Okay.
So it doesn't even tell you where in the cycle it is?
No.
Oh, I thought it did. Like,
maybe
I thought there
it
was
does.
Lights.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I think there's lights that say like
what?
Wash, rinse, spin or something.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Dude, so getting up, my arm's fucked up. It's so sore.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be fucked up for days.
Yeah. Good thing
I can feel the tendon in there.
Ooh.
Just pain.
I mean, look how long it took for my arm to heal after raking.
Yikes. And I got to do jiu-jitsu tomorrow.
Ooh.
And Friday, so that's going to be kind of tough, but we'll make it through.
We'll make it work.
We'll survive. What you got anything else on that?
Oh, I mean, if you want, I guess. Yeah, I highly recommend, like, just looking into some things with, like, I know we talk about it a lot, but just, like, your air quality and stuff like that. We've been debating getting, like, a air purifier as well. Because that can help, like, trap a lot of the mold that's just, like, circulating through your house. Because we saw this video that said you're not supposed to have any dust in your house. Did you watch this? Did I not send you this?
No, shut up.
Dude, this guy was saying...
Bullshit.
You're not supposed to have dust in your house.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I know, he says if you have a good, like, furnace and, like, air purifier, you're not supposed to have any dust.
Interesting. Oh, no, that seems a little bonkers to me.
That's kind of what I thought.
All right, moving on. I listened to Matthew McConaughey on Chris Williamson's podcast, Modern Wisdom, I think it's called. You know, you watch Chris Williamson? He's a stud. But Matthew McConaughey said something on there that was very interesting.
Okay.
And I loved it. He said, sometimes the best advice you need to hear is your advice.
Which I think is so true.
Goddamn, dude. So many of the amount of time that people spend on podcasts, I'm fucking guilty. On podcasts, reading books, I'm guilty. And shit like that. To look for advice from others, having coaches, things like that you're looking for advice from others. Dude, a lot of the time, you have the advice. You just need to take your own advice. You need to implement your own advice. And that sometimes is the hardest thing to do, is to take your own advice and implement your own advice. You try everything. Like, the easiest fucking example is like, I know I shouldn't eat sugar. I shouldn't eat sugar. So when I see like there was candy in the fridge at work yesterday, I saw that and I was just like, I shouldn't eat that. And so I walked away. Do you know how many times I see that shit and I go, you shouldn't eat that, but I'm going to. And you just take your fucking advice. Then you're good.
Do you know how many times, like, it'll be like the end of a work day, or usually at night when I'm journaling, and I'm just like, I could have gotten so much more shit done if I didn't scroll on my phone for an hour. Like, I just need to stop scrolling on my phone uselessly. And then guess what I do the following day?
Scroll on your phone uselessly.
100%.
Why are we so fucking stupid, dude?
Dude, I don't know.
We're so fucking dumb.
So yeah, and we've talked about it too. Like, a lot of time, the advice that we need to start implementing and doing is, we already know.
We already know, dude. Honestly, and I said this, like, I've had people reach out. I'm in like circles with people who are striving for success, and they're like, Shaun, you should have a coach. And I'm like, why? And they're like, well, a coach will let you know what you need to do. I was like, I know what I need to do. I just need to fucking do it. If I got a coach or not, won't mean I'm going to do it, dude. Like, I know what needs to get done. I know what I need to do to make, like, I know exactly what I need to do to make a company worth $1 million. I know exactly what I need to do. I just need to fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I already have done it. I know what to do. And so, like, sure, once I reach that point and I'm in unknown territory, then yes, I should get a coach.
Yeah.
Until then, I just need to fucking take my own advice and have an accountability partner. That's it. I just need someone to hold me accountable. I need to take my own advice. I need to do it. That's it.
Yeah. Same. Sorry, this is really random. Did you know there's another book, The Millionaire Next Door? But it's about just one millionaires, not the 10 millionaires. Because you read The Millionaire Mind.
I've read The Millionaire Next Door.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't own it.
No, we'll listen to an audiobook.
Oh.
So I read The Millionaire Next Door. Is The Millionaire Mind the one I really loved?
Yeah.
That's the book. That's the one I read?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the one that, like, is all about all the statistics of, like, 10 millionaires.
Keep talking.
And I don't mean, like, 10 specific millionaires, like, people that make in the 7 digits. Wait, how many digits is that? 8 digits. But yeah, it's like a survey, and they, like, figure out.
Yeah, The Millionaire Mind. I fucking love this book. This book is so many.
I know, I want to read it.
So what this book is they maybe I can find it. They analyze like 930 or something like that millionaires. So so they did 1,001 surveys. 733 were millionaires. Each had a net worth of $1 million or more. This national survey of 733 millionaires provided much of the empirical basis for this book. 733 millionaires.
So what's the difference? Okay, because when I looked it up online, it said The Millionaire Next Door was about 1 millionaires. 7
figures instead of 8 figures.
Yeah.
No, this has all sorts of things. Ooh, I even did a thing. Ooh, cool. I must have liked that page. But so that book, what it does, it's a little outdated because it's like 80s, 90s time frame, right?
Sorry. 2001.
Yeah,
So they probably did the studies in the 80s and 90s, yeah.
Yep. So a lot of the stuff they talk about is very good lessons, but it's very different. So, and I've talked about it before a few times on the podcast. Millionaires tend to buy things that are of quality. One thing big that they used to do that we don't do anymore is they would buy a nice pair of loafers or a nice pair of shoes, and they would get them resold. And so back in the day, back in the 90s, they would invest, 80s, 90s, whatever they did invest, and they'd spend $300 on a pair of shoes. What's up?
Can I see your phone?
Yeah. They'd spend like $300 on a pair of shoes, which back then was a lot of money, right? Today, that's quite a bit of money on a pair of shoes. But then they would get them resold, and you'd get them resold like every, 2 years. And when you get them resold, it was like $75 to $125, right? Well, the whole idea was instead of buying a $75 pair of loafers every 2 years, you make the investment up front, whatever. Anyways, you have a good quality pair that you just get resold and they last forever. And they said the same thing about vehicles. Like, most of the millionaires in the book, they didn't buy brand new vehicles. They didn't buy fancy named vehicles. They bought vehicles that had held value really well. So like Toyotas, they bought Toyotas because Toyotas held their value really well. And so there's a lot of things like that in the book. Like, you should, even in that book, they recommend like overspending on a house, on a nice house in an upcoming area, so that you have a lot of equity in that house, and stuff like that. And so there were a lot of good lessons in the book from 733 millionaires about, and a lot of them were self-made. The majority were self-made millionaires, about like different tactics and techniques to be a millionaire. It was really, really quite a cool book.
Interesting. So Millionaire Next Door, I think, is more, so it is like people with a lower net worth.
Yeah.
So generally like just under $1 million or around $1 million versus this one. But it's more about like like millionaires that are in like the middle class.
Yeah.
So they have like under accumulator of wealth. So those who represent individuals who have a low net worth relative to their income.
Yeah.
So basically they're spending their money probably. I would assume.
Very well, you're saying?
Well, it must be terrible, right?
That's not the Millionaire Next Door, though.
Who have a low net worth relative to their income.
Yeah, so that's not who the book's about.
For Millionaire Next Door, the first one. It says that and something, one who accumulates wealth over 1/10 of the product of their age and their realized pre-tax income.
So yeah, from if I can recall properly, the Millionaire Next Door took like two different types of people with similar net worth. Mm-hmm. So it took like, okay, so you've got someone with a net worth of 1.1 million and 1.3 million. Okay, they look at one of them's a teacher making $40,000 a year, who is very diligent, frugal, and invests in a 401k properly and maybe some rental properties or something. Okay, then you have the individual worth 1.3 million. They make $250,000 a year and they're a doctor, but they drive a BMW. They have a big fancy house. They blow most of their money, so that in relative, it puts it in perspective. Like, if you can be diligent and you make this much money, you can still be in a similar playing field as like a doctor, just because you are frugal and responsible.
Oh, okay. So the book explains why, noting the high-income white-collar professionals are more likely to devote their income to luxury goods or status items, thus neglecting savings and investments.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, pretty cool book too.
Yeah.
I prefer the Millionaire Mind big time. I fucking love the Millionaire Mind,
Yeah.
dude. I'd read that book again in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get too fucking gung ho on it right now, but there's a lot of things that have been going on for years that if you look for the advice, like the tried and true advice, and you implement it in your life, you're going to be better off.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the key is that, going right back to what Matthew McConaughey said, is, once you know this stuff, you have to take your own advice and you have to implement it. You have to be strong enough to say no when things come up. When there's a flashy something, you have to be able to say no. And that's difficult. And that's something I've been doing a lot, is saying no. I've got funds to buy a car, and I've been saying no just because I want to buy a asset.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to buy a liability, and so I've been saying no, waiting for the right asset I want to buy. But so it's that book's really good to put you into perspective of the tactics to be wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody should read The Richest Man in Babylon, and then everybody should read that fucking book.
For sure, yeah.
Because Richest Man in Babylon will tell you how to save and invest. Then that book is going to tell you what to buy and how to live.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, dude. Here's the thing. Most people worry about finances, right? Most people worry about money.
Mm-hmm.
If you can, if that's not a worry to you, it frees up, let's see here. People with a nice house who also have the $1,000 car payments, that go and spend $300 a week on groceries at fucking Hy-Vee, right? Those people are going to be stressed about money. Okay? Sure, they're keeping up with the Joneses. They're driving a fucking sick Wagoneer. They got the nice house, whatever. They look great. But the person who shops at Aldi, buys their food in bulk from a meat market or from a farmer, strategic with the house they live in, strategic with the vehicles they drive. They don't go out and buy brand new name brand clothes, right? They're buying those people, although it might not seem on the surface that they're as happy or as, successful, truth be, they probably are a lot more at peace because they're not worried about finances.
Yeah.
They can put their brain power and their worries into something else, something more productive than worrying about paying bills or keeping a job they don't like.
Right. Yeah.
Because they have to pay for the fucking house they paid too much for. They have to pay for the $1,000 Wagoneer that's negative $20,000 in value. I just saw a poll. It was an article that F-150 owners are pissed off because they bought the F-150s 3 years ago in the hottest market ever, 2021, okay? Well, now they're going to sell and trade in to upgrade, and they're finding out when they go bring those in that there was multiple accounts. There's multiple accounts by different people. Negative 20,000 just from making their regular payments. Negative 20,000 in equity. Negative 25,000 in equity and stuff. And so there's multiple accounts of guys going in to trade in their F-150 who've got negative 20, negative 25,000 in 3 years. And it's now what are you gonna do?
Right.
You can't get out of that. I remember when I went and I got a valuation on my Volkswagen at the Toyota dealership, and because did the promotions where they buy cars outright. And so I bring it in whatever. There's a guy there who's like, well, what can you give me? And whatever. And they're like, we can give you this. And he's like, well, that doesn't work because I'll be negative 10,000 in equity. And they're like, well, let's see what we can do. If we can roll that over, how we can make that work. And they're sitting there and they're making it work. And this guy's driving out of there with a new Tacoma. I'm like, hey, pal, you're a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it up. You fucked up. Ride that bitch till the wheels fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to fuck. Instead, you're going to roll over 10,000 in negative equity into a new fucking vehicle. Thankfully, he's getting a Toyota, so it's not going to depreciate as fast as like a Ford or a Chevy or something. But I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
Oh, 100%.
And
people do it all the time.
Nonstop, dude. It just fucking. Anyways.
Kyle and I talked about that a little bit today, like how, like him and I both took advantage of 2020 when there was no interest rates on student loans.
And just paid them off.
And we just like kept making our regular payments because there was no interest, so they weren't going up. So we were just like, oh yeah, we'll just make our regular payments. And then I know once the interest came back, like we paid mine off.
Like that next one.
Yeah, before, I think it even hit. And then Kyle said when interest came back, he had like such a little amount left that he was just like, I only had like 3 or 4 payments left. Mm-hmm. So he's just like, whatever. And it was because we took advantage of there being 0% interest.
Yeah.
And we were just like, yeah, like we'll just keep fucking paying these payments and whatever. And I know I had coworkers, friends, so many people that were just like, well, if I don't have to make any payments, then I'm not going to do that.
You're fucking stupid, dude.
Right. Like, they're just like, well, I'm just not going to make the payments then, and then I can have the money for something else. And I was like, or you can cut that debt down so when the interest comes back, you're not going to be hit with so much interest, and you're going to be able to pay your student loans off faster. And they're like, no. I'll like, they'll probably be forgiven anyway, so I'll just not make payments. Bet you they're really fucking regretting that decision now.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh. And even like our mortgage, like I was talking to Kyle about that today too, like our Robin Road mortgage.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm. 2.75%?
2.25.
2.25% on a 10-year loan. So pretty much like we were paying maybe $100 in interest a month.
Yeah.
And we would have had it paid off in 10 years or whatever. And I was like, that was the one thing that like Shaun and I hem and hawed a lot about leaving.
Yeah.
Because now our interest rate is more than double that. And it's a 30-year loan.
Yeah. So
now like, I think, I don't know about this house, but I was looking at some of our rentals or whatever, and it's like $750 is interest and $300 goes to principal. Right. And you're just like, oh man, that's just a real dig right into the heart.
Yeah.
Just $750 going straight to the bank.
Yeah, not that good, huh?
No.
But I mean, on that, by getting rid of that house, we got $100,000.
Yeah.
In our pockets, free and clear, no taxes. So we could then like lend that 100, like just to make it very simple and easy, lend that $100,000 at 10%. So that makes you $10,000 a year, mm-hmm. which covers, so everything here is like 15 a month.
Yeah.
15 times 12, so 15,000, 18,000. So if we just lent out that 100,000, we would pay for over half this house, mm-hmm. just from doing that. So then really we're only paying, what is that, $600 a month, $700 a month?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at things like that too, it's like return on your equity, and stuff. And I know like we can make a lot more than the 10%.
Yeah, that's very true.
Which we
at the time when we sold Robin Road, we weren't in that type of position though. But I guess
we
kind
were.
of.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely were. Anyways, so got a deal under contract, a short sale on a house, closing on the 30th of December.
Nice.
But the bank has to approve the short sale, which we'll know by Friday.
They take that long? Ooh,
which is fine. It gives us enough time to get it over to title immediately. We're paying in cash. So title. Oh, fuck, we need inspection too. That's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight. So anyway, short sale. So somehow we're going to have to get this all put together.
Yeah, and Christmas is in there as well.
I knew you. Oh,
New Year's won't affect it because it'll be before New Year's, but because we might need to.
The inspection's the main part. That's it.
Yeah.
Inspection. Well, title's gonna be fucking busy as shit too. Anyways, so trying to do a short sale by the end of the year.
We'll see.
We're gonna see if it plays out or not. Close on one of our flips on Friday, so that'd be good. And got a hit off of one of our mailers. A gentleman wants to get rid of his whole portfolio. He's sick of being a landlord. Wants to meet and look at a triplex, and then if we give him a good enough offer on that, he'd like to offload his whole portfolio. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
Be pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I think it would be that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, that's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Wiscoria with the new year. I'll be the host there. And they came out with a lot of new standards.
Yeah.
They put in place a CEO, and she's got a lot of standards written up, and I think it's
cool. I think it's good.
I think it's really good. It's going to be quite a bit more work. It's going to be a little more work.
A little bit, yeah.
It'll be a little bit more work.
But I don't think it'll take a whole lot of time out of your week.
No, I think it'll be good. I like how I honestly think it'll make it better. I think it'll make it better.
And I like how they have it set up. Like they have it, like the expectations are very clear, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I think it's going to be really good. So I got to find myself a co-host. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I got an idea. I just need him to say yes. Who knows, dude?
Meeting with him tomorrow?
On Wednesday. This is Tuesday. Meeting with him on Wednesday. Maybe. Hey, you know what? He might be listening to this Friday.
And you may have your answer.
And may have the answer. So anyways, gonna find out. So that'd be kind of cool. I really like when companies step up and set a standard and set some like core values and stuff. I think it's very important. We got to do that a little bit better with our company.
Yeah, and we're kind of not setting an example, but kind of, I guess. Obviously, like, we have one employee and then we just use a bunch of subcontractors, but like we do give our subs bonuses if they do a good job at the end of the year and whatnot, which we don't need to do.
Well, throughout the year too.
Oh yeah, throughout the year we have done some. But yeah, I mean, it's unnecessary. We don't have to do it, but we do it because we want them to know we appreciate them, and we want them to keep favoring us. But like, if they slack or start slacking or stop like showing up when they're gonna show, like say they show up, then like one of them we're gonna sit them down and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, we'll give you 6 months to improve, and then we can reevaluate giving you something extra.
Right.
So, and if they don't like it, then they can go find somewhere else to work. But
100%.
they're going to have a hard time finding somewhere else that gives them as much freedom as we give them.
Yeah. And, well, as much freedom in work that we give them. There's other companies I'll give them more freedom, but they won't be getting the work.
True.
So.
And they'll probably, I mean, most likely have to, like, actually bid out their jobs again.
Yeah.
That's what I was, like, telling, because Brooke was kind of asking me about it, and I was just like, yeah, I was like, most places they'd be doing just something very specific.
Right.
I was like, so they'll be a sub, but they'll be only doing painting, only doing flooring, only doing this. And they have to bid it out themselves or be told, I'm only going to pay you this much for this.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So our plan this year is to have some higher standards.
Yep.
Come out with some. We made some contracts, so we just got to finalize the contracts, make sure they're good. And yeah, just kind of start improving.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new year.
It is like we are in a weird position just because, like, technically you and Kyle have been doing business for 3 years now. But together as owners, this is the first year. So this is the first year as Tutor Transformations.
Right.
So if you think about it, like where we are for just Tutor Transformations, we're doing we're doing real good. If we're in that realm of just being in the first year of that. But then when you like think about the 2 years before where you were two separate entities, then I think we're pretty on par or pretty on track for where we should be.
Yeah.
So it is kind of neat to think about it in that way.
It is.
Got anything else, babe?
Might be it. That might be a wrap.
Yeah. Probably in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna switch how we do episodes. Mondays will be our talk episodes.
Yep.
And then probably Thursdays will be our tutor episodes.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get the new podcast room set up and ready to go by end of January.
Yep.
So most likely our tutor episodes will be in the new space, and then the talk episodes will be here.
Hopefully. It'd be really good.
Yeah.
Really good. It'd be really fun to just bring on people for talk episodes too.
Yeah, we for sure can.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably for the first couple months while we have a child.
Baby.
Yeah, we'll see. So that's planned for the new year. Having more guests is for sure thing. Yeah. That's my plan for the new year.
I love it. All right, gang. Catch you on next one.
See ya.